So I get asked all the time about this on Instagram. So I figured what better way to kick off my YouTube journey than to my process for building out my FX3 in 2025. One thing to note is every piece of gear that's on my rig serves a purpose. It's not just for looks. But without wasting any of your time, let's get into it. This is my FX3, and I've had it almost exactly for 1 year. And over the last 12 months of shooting with it, I spent a ton of time testing out different builds, trying new things with it to come to one solution that works perfectly for me. So the start to my FX3 build is the Tilta cage and the Tilta rail system. Now, when I'm shooting interviews, the FX3 is my A cam and my Sony a7S III is my B cam. So most of the time on my FX3, I'm rocking the Sony 24-70. This is the GM2 version. Sometimes if I'm locked off on a tripod and I have everything perfect, I'll use my 50mm 1.2, which is currently on my a7S III, and I'll have that on my A cam. And my B cam would get something like the 85-1.4. This is also the GM2, so it has the faster autofocus. But for 90% of my builds, I'm rocking the 24-70 on my FX3. Now, it might seem kind of funny, but my favorite part about my FX3 build is actually this old DJI mini tripod that I got in my Ronin S, the original Ronin S gimbal. And the reason I love this is I can slide this on. Now this obviously I wouldn't have during like a tripod shoot, but a lot of times I do run this rig handheld, so it gets really heavy. It's also lopsided, so having a little mini tripod not only allows me to set it down, but then I can also have a little bit of a handle, which provides a little bit more support when I'm out shooting. Now, to support the lenses that I would put on this and everything that I'm going to put on the front of the lens, I have this little small rig lens adapter, and this just slides right under the front of the rails, and I just line that up in between the focus and the zoom ring. Now, for the front of my lens, I rock a Polar Pro base cam, so I have to put the 82mm ring on the front of it. I have 3 filters in there at pretty much all times. So currently I have the circular polarizer. I actually have a blue morphic filter in here, and then I have the mist filter right now. A lot of times I do run the VND set, and you can actually get the VND with the mist set as well. Now, I only will run with the front hood if I'm shooting in a very bright environment where I have sun potentially coming in and hitting the lens, which in interviews and stuff like that, most of the time I'm controlling the light enough where I don't need this. Now, I do power my rig with an external battery, and the plate that I use is also by Tilta. I like this one because of all the extra mounts that you get with it. And now, all of the accessories that I mentioned in today's video will be in the description box below, with links that do help the channel. So I'll just slide this. Most of the time I will open up the FX3 screen, because once you put the V mount on it, you can't get to the screen. So I'll slide this in there. Perfect, just like that. Now the battery that I chose is the SmallRig 99 Pro. This is the largest battery that you can travel with on an airplane, which is the main reason I got it. I do travel quite a bit. I shoot content with Call of Duty League, so I'm out traveling parts of the year. So it's nice to have a big battery that can power my camera. But when it comes to monitors, I do shoot on the Ninja Ultra, and I love this monitor because of the ability to put an SSD drive into it. So I have the Andy Cine SSD plate, Samsung hard drive in there, so I can shoot in any format and never run out of space. And then I connect this to the camera with another Tilta Magic Arm. Most of the time, if I'm sitting on a tripod, I'll have my monitor off to the side a little bit rather than have it on top. Otherwise, my rig gets really tall. So I like to have it off to the side. Now, one of the main reasons I got the FX3 was the ability to interface directly with an XLR. So I love the handle. It is a little fragile, so I have the SmallRig extender, which adds a metal top and bottom to it. Now, you can't have a good looking video without good sounding audio. So all of my client work, I'm using the Sennheiser MKE600, and then you just need these little rubber pieces to add to the XLR handle, which are on Amazon for like a few dollars, and you get a whole pack of them. One of the last pieces is good quality cables, and I run all Condor Blue accessories. These are the right angle XLRs. This is how I charge the camera. So this is a right angle USB-C. I do this over the dummy battery. I've had issues with the dummy batteries disconnecting from my camera, so I've always just went with this, and then I pop a full battery in the camera. This is the monitor D-tap. So this plugs into the monitor, and then this one goes into the D-tap. And then this is the HDMI cable. So this will run from my monitor into the HDMI port in the camera. And that is my entire rig. Hey, I'm Dom. I'm a filmmaker and content creator, and I run my own creative production studio based out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And I shoot all kinds of stuff, from short form content with local businesses to helping brands of all sizes tell their story with video. And this channel is going to be focused around all things photo and video, and what it's like to run a one-man creative production studio in 2025. So if you're into that, I'd love to have you as part of this community. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.